I am recording this video because for the N-level exams, the situational writing, an article appeared. So there are some requests for me to explain how to write an article. And I'm using the 2015 situational writing for the O-levels question over here. Okay, so if you look at your 10-year series, you will see that the question states that you have seen an advertisement for a writing competition organized by the travel company, right? Go Travel, and you decide to enter the competition. So in the article, you're supposed to explain the reasons for your choice of holiday. Your article for the website must include the following: the title, why the holiday appeals to you, the activities available, and what travelers will gain from the holiday experience. Okay, so you're supposed to write your article for Go Travel's website in clear, accurate English and in a lively, engaging tone to encourage readers to visit the destination you have chosen. So, when this question came out in 2015, um, it was a bit puzzling for the students because they haven't gone there in the first place, right? They haven't gone to the places at all. So they were a bit taken aback by the question. But if you think about it, right, it's really very guided. The questions are really guiding you by giving you all the bullets and what you must include. So remember in the situational writing, always follow the bullets because your task is not to think of ideas, but it's just to amplify the points that they give you, right? So let's go back to the basic of purpose, audience, and context. And if you think about it, the purpose of this article is to encourage readers to visit the destination you have chosen, right? So that's our purpose: encourage readers to visit the destination you have chosen. And how is it that they will visit the destination you have chosen? Is because your writing is so persuasive, or you can describe the place in such a wonderful manner that they feel enticed to visit the destination, right? So purpose is actually to persuade or encourage the readers to visit the chosen destination via persuasive language, right? Okay, so the audience is the readers of the, I guess in this case, the readers of the articles that are going to be published right on the website. And the context is to win a competition. Okay, let's take a look at the options now. For China, visit Xi'an and the Terracotta Warriors. This trip is about history because the warriors were buried with Qin Shi Huang, the first emperor of China. And you also will talk about the beauty of the place as well as food culture. Let's take a look at Vietnam. Relax on a Mekong River cruise. So this is about the river life. Mm, yeah, as well as the river scenery. Then we have their culture and their crafts. The next one is Bali. Explore the Mandok wilderness. So it looks like it's about the rural scenic place, their culture, their food culture. And for the last one, Thailand, learn to cook Thai food. Mostly is about food culture, isn't it? As well as learning about their cooking techniques as well as their ingredients. I'm going to move on to the bullet points and to amplify them. Okay, so for the first one, a title. The best titles usually for articles have got to have some kind of wordplay or literary device. So a number of my students like to use alliteration. For example, charming China or cultural China, right? Because it's about the culture. Then for Thailand, some of them will think about the food, and then they say tasty Thailand. Okay, then the next question that the students have is usually how do you link the first bullet point to the second point? My answer is that as in any good piece of writing, you must have an introduction. So a good introduction in this case will be to introduce the place, right, in one or two sentences. So you can possibly say China, a land rich in culture and history, attracts millions of people to its lands every year. Right. Now keep in mind that this is a descriptive, persuasive piece, right? So you have got to use some kind of descriptive language. Then subsequently, the rest of the points will be easy. Why the holiday appeals to you? Most of them link it to the terracotta figures of warriors and horses, right? And then they develop it by saying that these are very lifelike. They are guarding the body of the emperor in this cavernous uh, mausoleum. And then they also go on to talk about how these figurines, right, portray the historical culture, their costume, their positioning in the war because of all these warriors and horses. And then they will move on to talk about the third point, the activities available on the holiday, which is, of course, to admire all these warriors, right, and horses. Then they will enjoy the picturesque views of Xi'an. And lastly, they taste the great food and drink the green tea. Okay, so the last bullet point, what travelers will gain, they will link it to the history from the knowledgeable guides as well as the food culture. I have parked a model about Bali written by one of my ex-students, which I placed it in SLS. So you can refer to it if you need a model piece of writing.